Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's Super Bowl Sunday. The Indianapolis Colts taking on Zach Wilson and the New York Jets.
So much has happened since the Super Bowl was last in this part of the U.S. in the early 90s. The Rams and Chargers have both returned to L.A., and they've constructed this incredible new palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New York Jets taking on yet another AFC team in the Indianapolis Colts. After all the hype, it's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Wilson. Open man is Uzomah.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, You have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Another run on second down with Carter.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, the MVP of the league back in 2016. It's Matt Ryan.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Second down, another run with Taylor. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. And this will be taken at the 13. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Corey Willis. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. He came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
First and 10, Taylor now. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now a give to Taylor. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Taylor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
go Blankenship for the Colts field goal.
From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in.
And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here.
And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
He finds Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Again, Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Wilson now off the bootleg.
Open man here is Conklin.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he's got the hook up to Moore. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Here's Wilson to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Jets have taken the lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Indy set to go on offense once more. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now it's Ryan. The toss here completed to Pittman.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. On 2nd and inches, Ryan. He'll drop this down to Taylor. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He finds his man complete. It's Pierce. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. throw again.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan. He finds his man, complete. That's Pierce.
And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is... everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the shotgun, Ryan. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Ryan.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. To throw again is Ryan.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman.
In the final seconds of the first half, and the Colts are going to jump back in front.
So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Point after here coming up. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everybody to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams, as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Well, the Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's taken down inside the 30. 57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running left, Taylor.
There's the stiff arm. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Taylor.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Ryan. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Paris Campbell there to make the grab. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Blankenship out for the point after.
It's good to make it 17-7. A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you...
Touchdown! Paris Campbell, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Colts are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll start on the ground. Carter. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Carter once more. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
84 yards rushing for him now. A big part, no doubt, of why they lead in this Super Bowl.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Nifty move. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Taylor. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And the lead is now 24. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. One last shot for Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in Indianapolis. The Colts are the Super Bowl champs. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.